What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. CDK Boxing. Man, we about to talk some boxing. I'm waiting on my guy BVO to, to get on board with me so we can do this interview. Let me pull him in now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me try this again, man. I don't know what be going wrong. BVO, I'm trying to bring you in. Let me send you a request. It should bring you in. No. I sent a request. All right.
Yo,
What's good, my
what's
bro?
up, my brother?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling. Glad I get to talk to you now, man. So much stuff going on right now. We just had TFMO, Keyshawn Davis, and man, somebody that I'm really truly liking right now, Abdullah Mason. That's my guy right now.
You know where he
Hard
from?
cross. Where you from?
Cleveland.
Okay. Hey, man, y'all got a good one, man.
Hey, that's my favorite fighter, man. I gotta promote him a little bit more, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier today, man. I was looking at him. I was like, man, I got to start really promoting this guy, man. This guy, he deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's so young, man. I think because he's so young, you don't know if he's that good. Because he didn't beat some tomato cans to death, but he look like he got the goods, man.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about it. You know what I'm saying? When you starting off, they're gonna put you in there with a lot of tomato cans and cab drivers. But we've been watching boxing long enough that we can do the eye test and we know what we're looking at.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
definitely he definitely is that he definitely is that type of talent, man.
Yeah. I definitely think like looking at him. I'm looking at like some of the prospects. Floyd Schofield, a few others. Man, I got him ranked number one out of the prospects.
Yeah, they don't know his level.
They're
The
not.
thing with the thing about Abdullah Mason, and it's crazy when you say this, but he has a level of skill that you don't see naturally in boxing, almost as if he came up in the crib as a boxer, which is pretty special.
Yeah, I think his brother boxes too, though.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's a family thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a family thing with them. And like I said, man, that dude right there, man, you give him another year or two, he will be a world champion.
Salute to my brother Prize Spider coming through, man. It's my guy in there, Prize Spider pulled up in the comments.
What's good, Prize? What's good?
I tell you this though, the thing about Abdullah Mason, man, we got to be patient. That's the thing. You just got to be patient because he been like around here. He's been known almost like a LeBron James type of talent. So you just got to be patient with him. It's hard. It's going to be hard, man, because we're going to be like, we want to see him versus the best. But as the Puerto Rican star, Shakur said it best, man. He's getting more brutal every fight. Like he's beating people to death.
Yeah,
Like
he is, man. He got great foot. I know we know he got power, but I be watching the other stuff. He got great footwork, good jab. You know what I'm saying? He's already looking to me like he knows how to cut off the ring. So I just be looking at other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Putting the power to the side because we know dude got power. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching everything else with him.
for sure. Salute to my brother Marky Dan pulling up in the comments, man. The rude boy.
What's the market, Daniel? Man, I don't even be knowing they on there until now when I see them. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'll be like, okay, they on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I just know your
Yeah,
Instagram page. I got to get with them.
yeah,
Definitely got to get with them.
yeah.
Man, listen, you be prize fight out of that money, man. I feel like prize, it was a highway route. It was no, I'm going to tell you, I went back
No,
and
you
watched
talking
the
about you
fight.
talking about Dub Right Side.
Oh, okay. You beat him out the money. I thought you beat Prize at first, but I'm gonna say this right here. I'm gonna say I don't think it was exactly after watching the fight again. I'm gonna say it wasn't a robbery. I'm gonna say that I felt like where Ortiz messed up at was he done a lot of movement, but he wasn't active while he was doing all the movement. He had a great game plan.
It
You
was
know what I'm saying?
it was a horrible game plan, CDK.
No, he had.
We know. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. I'm gonna tell you why I say that because we know he can move. He's athletic. He's more athletic than Teal. It was clear that he was more athletic than Teal.
Right.
The thing was, you can't win a world title not throwing punches.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He had the right. What I'm saying is the movement. was the right game plan.
Mm-hmm.
But where he messed up at was he wasn't letting his hands go.
Yeah, I think the thing that's always plagued him is he don't like what's coming back. If you
Yeah,
notice, Jermaine only throws 1 and 2 punch combinations. He doesn't throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like a Shakur. Devin Haney does that too. You know what? I don't know. That's a fundamental thing that we getting in boxing, where these guys are not fighting enough to be able to trust their chin on what's coming back. So you see a lot of 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. You don't see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't see that as much as we used to, because the guys don't have that IQ in the ring to know when it's okay to do it, when not to do it. You see a lot of times, for me, you see people shaking off rust. I could say with Tio, he was shaking off rust because he was just short every time. He was
yeah.
just short every time. It was crazy.
But too, when you're not fighting a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you're not picking up on all the different styles in boxing. When they fought a lot, you seen every style. So it's basically what you're doing when you're getting in there, you're having to adjust and get used to a style all over again, or a new style, because they're not fighting a lot anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? It's, to be honest with you, man, we being picky, and I know I'm being picky. The thing is, these guys are in better shape than they ever been, but they just don't perform the same way they used to. And us as boxing fans, it's the same thing complaint we got in the NBA. Not so much the NFL. The NFL, you got a player, you're not getting no money.
Yeah.
But the NBA, it's crazy. I hate to say it, NBA and boxing show you a lot of that undisciplined, not being ready to play, always an excuse. That's kind of why you're getting that. But I don't know. It's kind of rough.
How you feel? How you feel about the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney situation? You think that was just all promotion?
Um, you know what? We got to remember that these two young men grew up together. Anybody, you're a former amateur fighter yourself. You know how close you are with the guys that you work that you fight against. There is no
Right.
beef. There is no, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass. None of that. It doesn't work that way. You more or less are good friends who are doing the job. And I'll tell you this. I think it's sad that Devin and Ryan are letting a great friendship go by the wayside for a couple dollars, man. And I don't think that's a good idea. I'm talking about as far as them fighting is a good idea. I'm talking about as far as the words. You can't take that stuff back. Me and you know that you can't take some of that stuff. Some of that stuff Devin said was wrong. It's just that
But
you could tell Ryan was hurt. I'll be honest, Ryan was hurt, bro.
listen though, you can't put that on Devin, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I watched from the beginning. Ryan ran up on Devin. You can't put that on Devin like that, man. You can't. I know you like Ryan, but we got to keep it real. You know one thing
No,
about me, bro?
I
I'm
like Ryan.
unbiased.
I
I'm
like Ryan.
unbiased. I'm unbiased.
I like Ryan. I like how you did that.
I can't let you do that, man. I got to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? My people, they and the truth of the matter is, from the jump, when Ryan came to the interview, he was already talking crazy and looking for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And then he took a situation, and it really could have turned into some street stuff just by him doing what he done. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention, man, on the streets. I've been out. That really could have turned into a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? And I fought Ryan for that. You know what I'm saying? Then, when we going back and forth, you put your hands on me first. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to defend myself, so I can't fault Devin for none of that. I blame Ryan for most of all of that right there. That was on him.
Hey, CDK, like I know, man. They say keep the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you could tell that Ryan was hurt. Watch that again. Watch it again.
I watched it.
Unbiased. Ryan was hurt, bro. I don't know what Devin said to him.
Listen, did you hear what I was hearing what he was saying? But he told Ryan, "You corny and you whack." You know what I'm saying? Which is, I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Ryan corny, man. Ryan corny. You know what I'm saying? The stuff
Hold
dude was
on. You ain't got no corny homeboys? Stop it.
plenty of them, plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? Plenty. But that's what I'm saying. It's the truth. I tell them the same thing, man. You corny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I tell them. I don't play with them, man. I let them know, man. You know what I'm saying? Ryan was saying stuff like, just say for instance, he brought up the stuff saying Floyd Mayweather showed him the tape of him and Tank knocked him out without, you know what I'm saying? Ryan said a lot of stuff. So they both was talking. You see what I'm saying? I was looking on both ends, listening to both of them and what they were saying. So I just felt like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Brian backed out of the fight because of Floyd. Then he was back into a corner, and then he got a fight. And I'm gonna be honest with you, when we put all that to the side, all the talking and everything, I just don't feel like Ryan's on Devin's level. I feel like Ryan hasn't really taken boxing seriously like he should have, and I feel like that he's kind of, if you want to say the Four Kings, I don't like calling them that because they're not on the level of the real Four Kings. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Ryan is the one that's lacking out of all of them.
Well, I'll say this, man, and I respect your opinion. You my brother, you my older brother, and I love you, man. But again, you take a side against the family. At the end of the day, you got to give Ryan his credit. He's fighting everybody. He fought Abdul Wahid. Now he about to fight Devin the American Dream. You know he's gonna fight Tio. Give a man his credit, man. Give a man his credit.
I
He
respect you
get
for
in
that.
the ring.
Okay,
Hey, whether you think
I,
I
I
feel like
respect
this,
him.
whether he win or you think he can't win or whatever, he's a man. You
Yeah,
can't say nothing but he's a man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Ryan Garcia. He's a
we know.
man. He lets you know right now he gonna let his nuts hang, and you got to
Listen,
deal
man.
with it.
Hey, we already know, man, without a shadow of a doubt, Mark and Dan, everybody knows the Mexican flag, man, hanging on top of your house.
Oh,
So, so man, you know, I expect nothing else from you. You know what I'm saying? And I respect Ryan Garcia as a
oh,
fighter. He's, you know what I'm saying,
oh
dude?
man. He said a
Yeah,
Mexican flag.
you got the Mexican flag waving on top of your house. You know what I'm saying? I respect it, man.
I'm
I ain't
no,
mad
but
at you.
I'm being serious, CDK. Now you my brother. I'm saying look at it with don't think about me. Take BBO out of it. Look at it and think about what I'm saying. Tank
Well,
Davis.
I'll say this
Listen,
right here. I'll
Tank
say that
Davis.
Ryan Garcia is trying to fight everybody, and I think Devin Haney is doing the same. I give both of them credit for that because they both getting in the ring with each other. They taking a chance. I mean, Ryan got the
Tio
power.
this is I mean this not Tio, excuse me. This is Ryan's second time fighting the top dude.
Yeah, definitely,
I mean him
definitely.
and say what you want. Now I know everybody like to say this propaganda that BBO like Spanish fighters exclusively. Even though my favorite fighter, who I've said a million times, is Jamel Charlo. I'm telling you, these Spanish fighters, man, they fight everybody. You realize that Tio went and fought Josh Taylor, beat Lomachenko, stepped right in the ring with Josh Taylor.
They did.
You got to give the man his credit.
I give T.O. credit all the time. You know how I feel. I think T.O.'s an
And,
excellent
and,
fighter.
and Ryan is going out. Ryan fought a rough and tough dude, and that guy Oscar fought
Hey,
Tank, and
but
then
listen,
going to fight Devin Haney and push Devin Haney. And Devin Haney looked scared, man. He looked spooked, man.
nah, he didn't look scared, bro. I ain't seen none of that. You keep saying I watched it.
He looked scared,
Man,
man.
that looked scared, man. That man was scared, and he caught Ryan on the side of the face as he went away. Ryan the one took off running.
Hey, you know and I know. You don't. You know if somebody push you, you got a good chance to slap the dog out of him. You know that.
Yeah, he
That's
supposed to
wide.
get
That's wide open.
Ryan, man. The only reason Ryan didn't run because the camera was on and people were standing in between them. Other than that, he was ready to run.
I put it like this, man. I know people think Ryan's some corny dude, but we all that met guys like Ryan. A guy like Ryan, what you want him to do? Go in there and drop Devin Haney for real in real life?
No, I'm asking you. Do you actually think who, if they fight, when they fight, who do you have? How do you see the fight playing out?
I favor Devin Haney. Um, I favor Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney will win by UD.
Yeah.
Um, my thing with Ryan was always has been Ryan has the most natural gifts at 140, but he's not disciplined. And you know what? In 2020, when he missed that time in boxing for that mental health or whatever the heck that was, he really messed himself up, bro. So
Mm,
my man Midwest Dino popping through.
yeah.
And what happened was, as you know, you can't get behind, man, when you with world class dogs like that. World
Oh, you
class
can.
niggas like that, you can't get behind. And I think Ryan is just starting to get back where he once was. But really, what he need to do, but he's not going to do because he wants to fight the best. He need to fight some more of them cans and get himself back in order, because
Yeah.
he missed what 10, 12 months or something, man. So when like I know CDK, you can't miss that kind of
Well,
time in boxing, man.
you're right.
Boxing will expose you,
You're
and
right.
that's what you
And
see with him. This is a guy who missed a lot of time. End up getting another trainer, and salute to my brother Greenlight.
he like,
I think I think he just got to get in there and get more fights, because let's be honest, he's 5'10", long arms, beautiful jab, beautiful left hand. I mean, he has everything. anything but great footwork. I mean, he got like every other Mexican fighter except Oscar. You know, his feet is insane. I mean,
Let me ask you a question, BBO. Because, see, we saying the same
yeah.
thing. I know we be joking and stuff, but we on the same page when it comes to Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that my thing with Ryan, I think Ryan loves the YouTube and Instagram and all that type of stuff. He's made so much money doing that I think that he's never really took boxing serious. He didn't have to.
My man Green Light said Tio got exposed, man, by a half Puerto Rican. You would say that, but you can't give me a scorecard. And anybody that want to talk that, and you know, I don't know if can we cuss on here?
What would you do?
Anybody that want to give me that type of goofball take, you really pushing it. At the end of the day, was it Tio's best performance? No, but you can't tell me a brother who ran from him won. Cut the cap, cut the gangs, man. Keep the cameras rolling. You seen what happened, man. He said, I feel like missing time and coming back to perform going to be a testimony to how mentally strong you are. It can't mess everybody up, in my opinion. I think I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying, when you're fighting world-class niggas like this, you can't miss no time. You can't. I mean, if you miss time while you at home laid up eating bacon and sausage, that man in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And that man is training. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen Devin Haney get so much better since the Jojo Diaz fight.
Yep.
I've seen Teofimo Lopez get so much better since he fought Nakatani. And I bring those guys up because that's about the time that he missed. When the Puerto Rican star Sugar Shakur was fighting Jamel Herring. I've seen him get better since the Jamel Herring fight. I mean, truth be told, you just can't miss time, and Ryan is getting his ass kicked, and he might, and I'm going to be honest with you, if he get it together,
Hold
keep
on
the
one second.
cameras rolling, it's over. If
Green
you get
Light
it together, CDK, it's over.
Hey, Green Light says your voice keep changing. I can't really hear it, Green Light.
He said Ryan only wins if he knocks out Devin. He said Tio didn't have a good fight with Martin either. He said, CDK, why BBO's voice changed like that? Do you hear it or just me? It's just you, because you're a professional hater. And
Hey, you know,
be honest, I mean, I'm not gonna cap for nobody. I favor Devin, but I would love to see Ryan beat the fried chicken out of him. I would love to see him beat the Muslim rug off of him. I would. Salute to my brother John in the comments.
Okay, how you feel about this? You know, Gary Antoine Russell is just he done an interview, I guess, on, I think it's Mill City Boxing.
Yeah, who's a racist? That brother's a racist.
Yeah,
he's a racist.
What'd you say now?
I said that brother Mill City's a racist, man.
Okay, I don't really watch him. I just know he done the interview, and I'm a fan of Gary Antoine Russell. And Gary Antoine Russell basically, you know what I'm saying, is saying that he wants what's his name, Matias next. How you feel about that fight?
He'll beat the hell out of Gary Antoine Russell. I'm gonna tell you why. Gary Antoine Russell is nothing more than Sean Porter. And other than Danny Garcia, what you said was a close fight, who did Sean Porter ever beat? You know what I mean? If you think about it, that style is not good. You want to put your head in somebody's chest and swing. Now, if he would have fought more like his big brother, Gary Jr., I would be higher up on him. But he fights like a poor man Sean Porter. He's not even as skilled as Sean Porter, I don't think.
I don't know about that. I'm gonna say this right here. I think he's a little more skilled than Sean Porter. Actually, I think that Gary Antoine Russell brings a lot to the table, and I think it'd actually be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
I threw my earphones on so you can hear me better.
Okay. I think it'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think the thing that I always try to say when it comes to these fights is, again, we haven't seen Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know what the hell he's been doing. What the hell has he been? I'm gonna tell you this, man. These guys need to do a better job of respecting the sport of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
This bullshit that we keep seeing, I'm telling you, that's why Showtime's out of business. That's why HBO's out of business. You putting up this shitty product, excuse my language, and you think we want it. We don't want this bullshit.
Yeah,
It's
you're
been
right.
clear. We don't want this. We want guys looking crisp, looking sharp. We don't want you talking about, oh, I've been out the ring for 10 months. I've been out the ring 8 months. You know what? Say what you want about Terrence Crawford. He fought David Abenesian. When he fought David Avocado, guess what he did? He came in there and beat the life out of Errol because he was sharp as shit. And Errol wasn't ready for that. Errol wasn't ready for that.
Let me tell you something else. You know, I wish Floyd Mayweather would really stay out of these young folks' business, man. He running from Tank to Devin to Ryan. It's like he's in between everything that's going on, man. It's like he's the puppet master, and he's in the middle of it. And I just seen what Ryan said. He told Tank about his injury, which I just feel like his excuses. I feel like Ryan lost because he only was a one-trick pony, you know what I'm saying, and throwing just left hooks. But anyway, it seems like Floyd Mayweather seems to be in the middle of everything. What do you think about that?
Well, you know what? Shout out to Floyd Mayweather, man. He's from the Midwest. You know, some say one of the greatest to ever live. But one thing about it, money don't unlame a lame. Floyd Mayweather is a lame nigga. It's always been the case. Anybody, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Anybody got to pay bros to come to their house, you a lame. You a lame.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about if you go over there and you buy groceries because you over there kicking it. I'm talking about if I got to give you money to come over, hey, I'm a lame. You know what I mean? CDK, you ain't never paid no woman to come to no house, man. I ain't
No,
never did
I'm
that.
not.
Hey, if you can't come because I asked you to come, kick rocks. So when I seen
What do you think?
Floyd back in the day on 24/7 buying the girls all these purses and houses and cars just so they would kick it with him, I said, oh, he's a cornball.
Hey,
My man said, he said, oh, gee, Jermaine wouldn't that he shouldn't have won that fight. The bottom line is that boxing experts pick and choose when they say a guy is running, and when a guy has defense.
I
Jermaine
agree.
was hard to find until that's a bullshit take, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the end of the day, I don't pay my money to see you fucking be on the track team. At the end of the day, you throwing 1 or 2 punches around. Get the fuck out of here with that. That's horrible.
I do still see I see what he's saying though. They do pick and choose. Now, what you're saying, I can understand what you're saying, but what he's saying is like certain fighters do the same thing and they say, well, oh, it's great boxing. Okay, take Shakur for instance. But then when somebody else does it, if you're not the name, if you're not the big name, it's considered running. Just like when Laura fought Canelo Alvarez, they said it was running. Yeah, I
He
thought it
did
was.
run. He ran. Come on, CDK. He ran from Canelo, bro. Come
Hmm?
on, you know better than that. He ran from Canelo, bro. Laura, don't
Yeah.
tell me you wanted the people who say that Laura beat
Oh,
Canelo.
oh no, I thought I had it as a draw. To be honest with you,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, I did too.
yeah, I had it as a draw.
I
Just
did
be
too.
honest. You know what I'm saying? I thought it
I
was
had
a
it
good fight.
6-6.
Yeah, I thought it was a good fight. It could have went either way, but I did score it as a draw. But what I'm saying is though, the way they scored it, you know what I'm saying? You can't win with that style if you're not the main. If you're not the name.
Hey,
If
hey, salute to my brother hanging with Ken, popping up. Hey, we just had a superstar pop in the chat. Salute to my Detroit brother hanging with Ken coming through.
salute.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, CDK. I think the thing that's so tough in boxing is you getting, like I said, man, we get an inferior product, man.
Yeah.
Why you think? And you know one thing about you, you a low key historian. You don't want to tell nobody that, but just when you tell me about different fights or we talk about different fights, the main thing I always hear you say, you probably don't even realize you said it. You always be so disappointed in the performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, my man CDK be like, man, I was expecting a little bit more from that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is why I didn't like the Teofimo Lopez. Oh, but Keyshawn Davis, do you think he's ready for the elite?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Give me one
You know what?
second. I'm gonna pull you in.
I'm gonna say this about
I
I'm
am.
gonna say this about Keyshawn. Keyshawn is a student of the game, and Keyshawn, you know, he reminds me of a lot, man. People probably might not see this. He a lot like Paul Williams, but with a bigger mouth.
Mm.
Very skilled, very smart boxer. His approach is very methodical. He just run his mouth. So because he run his mouth, you think he's a big mouth nigga who don't know what he's doing, but he know what he's doing. You can tell by how he fights. He's so under control, Like he's a lot like Paul Williams as far as smooth. Um, have you ever really seen him struggle? I haven't even really seen him struggle to find punches. He looked good every time I see him, pretty much.
When he fought, his last fight was Albright. I feel Albright catching with some good shots. I thought it was a good test for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
He
I'm
said
saying?
Jermaine was not on his bike. He just was hard for Teal to find. He was there. Teal thought it would be easy, accept my live request. Man, you come up here, man, Midwest Dino, you getting cooked, bro. Because that's an ass take you just gave. Jermaine Ortiz, Jermaine Ortiz ran like a motherfucker that fight. And if you saying he not, that's a lie, bro. He ran. But I'll let my man
Midwest.
CDK do his thing.
Midwest.
Yo.
What's good, my brother?
What's the word, man? What's going on?
Man, we good. BBO, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. We just heard you doing a lot of capping, bro.
No, it wasn't no capping going on. Look, this is my thing. I watched the fight like you.
Mm-hmm.
For you to say it was a bullshit take is garbage because I'm sitting here looking at him, and I'm sitting here looking at the fight like, okay, you could tell when T.O. got frustrated from about like round three. Round three going forward, he was frustrated. He could not find Jermaine Ortiz like he wanted to. You feel me? If you're a fan of Teofimo Lopez, just say that.
I'm not. I don't like T.O. like that.
Why would you say Jermaine Ortiz ran? He was there.
I'm gonna tell you why I say he was there. Every time, and this is the funny thing about it. We seen him come forward against Lomachenko, which was good. But this fight, he just didn't want it. And I'm not penalizing him for the movement because movement has its place in boxing. I'm penalizing him for doing what he always fucking does, is not show the talent, not throw the jab, not give us the overhand right. These are all things that Jermaine Ortiz can do. You know he can do it if you watch him. The fact that he didn't do anything and then he bitch and moan about why he didn't win a fight, that's the part that pisses me off.
It's a different game plan for every fighter. You know that. It's a different game plan for every fighter. Every time he go in there and throw an overhand, every time he go in there and throw an overhand right or something like that, that ain't the same thing we go in the gym and practice on every time for every fighter, every night out. We don't do that.
But we never see it. That's the thing I'm saying. We haven't seen it. We seen it for 3 rounds with Loma. We haven't seen it. Bro, this is your first title. This is your first title shot, and we didn't see none of the things that we like about Jermaine Ortiz.
Hey, let me ask both of y'all this. Let me ask both of y'all this right here. I come from an era where, you know, they say you got to beat the champion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to beat the champion. So I'm asking BBO, you know, I don't know. I know how you feel, right? Midwest, do you feel like that Jermaine, did he beat the champion in your eyes?
I don't feel like T.O. beat him.
No, I'm saying.
I don't feel like he beat him convincingly either.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. But the champion is the champion. You see what I'm saying? I thought I got it as a draw. I had to watch it. I feel like it was a draw. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the problem I got with Jermaine, I feel like he had a great game plan. He just should have let his hands go a little more. I think he should have been more active throwing punches.
My thing is this. You got T.O. who's supposed to be levels above this guy. To me, T.O. been inconsistent his whole career.
Yes.
Inconsistent performances.
Yes.
You go out and look that spectacular against Josh Taylor. We ain't see that T.O. out there in the other night in the ring with Jermaine. Right?
He's been very
bro. To me, if you ask me, my solid take on that, yeah. Jermaine went in there and took things away from T.O. that he couldn't do. To me, he was being too cute from the ring walk all the way to the ring anyway. He was being too cute. You just didn't. He wasn't there to find, bro. He wasn't there for you. He didn't give you what you wanted. And I don't know what that 117, 111 scorecard was about, but that shit was garbage.
Ridiculous.
It was garbage. I'm glad I ain't putting no money on that fight.
Hey, we can all agree on that. That scorecard, man. I'm sick of judges like that. They need to be taken out of boxing. You know, Stevie Wonder could have seen that and knew that was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? That didn't make sense. Right. But like I'm saying, what I'm saying is, don't you just feel like that if he just would have let his hands go just a little bit more, we wouldn't even be talking about it now?
I feel like boxing experts got certain picks and chooses with who they want to say ran and who they want to say got defense. If that was Shakur against T.O. doing the same performance, Shakur won the fight.
No, Shakur is the most.
Shakur just won the fight throwing less punches than Jermaine Ortiz did, doing the same thing y'all saying Jermaine did, bro.
Let me tell you, Midwest, let me tell you the difference though between those people. If you play, I said the same thing, but the difference is T.O. is the bigger name than Shakur. See, that's why I tell people.
I wouldn't even say that.
He really is though. And if Tank fights Shakur and Shakur fights him like he fought dude, Tank gonna get the nod because Tank is the bigger name. They're not gonna let you beat nobody with a big name with that style of fighting. They gonna want you to come in there and prove that you beat that person. They want them. You're gonna have to go in there when somebody's a superstar. You got to go in there and beat him. You're not gonna beat no superstar running around the ring. I just, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, Jermaine Ortiz, man, the game plan was great. I just wish he would have went on and let his hands go a little more. That's the only problem I had with it. That's it. I ain't saying what he done was wrong. I just felt like he should have threw more punches.
What my man BVO go?
I'm here.
Listen,
I'm here.
Do you remember the fight when Boots fought the Karen guy?
Yeah.
That was very similar. Did you think Boots looked good in that fight?
Karen went backwards the whole entire fight.
He did. And
we never seen him fight like that ever.
He wasn't never engaging. Jermaine Ortiz engaged way more than that. Way more than Shakur.
Well, I can't say he didn't engage because we seen Karen get up on the Boots' elbow, hitting with 1, 2, 3s all night. In a way,
man, how many times you saw that?
Let me just say this about T.O. and I'm gonna give you an example of why you didn't see that spectacular performance like you did against Josh Taylor. A guy like Josh Taylor is tailor made for T.O. If you come to him, listen, let me say this. If you come to T.O., he's gonna kick your ass. You cannot come to T.O. And I think Jermaine, and like you said, Jermaine did a great job of making T.O. come to him.
That's all it was.
But
that's all it was, though.
This is the thing.
That's all. Didn't Floyd do that his whole career?
Floyd,
no, not his whole career. Old Floyd did some of that. Old Floyd did.
Floyd made a name off of it. I'll say that. Floyd made a name off of
it. How many punches do y'all remember the punch count? I'm asking both of y'all because I really don't remember the punch count. How many punches did Jermaine land and T.O. land?
I don't know the cocky box numbers, but all I'm saying is this.
The reason I'm asking because the one thing about Floyd, even though you're saying Floyd still was laying 200 punches,
it was a lot of, look, it was a lot of fights where Floyd is standing in the pocket and beat motherfuckers too. I ain't saying that, but what I'm saying is that I seen motherfuckers not have a name in this shit. Like I ain't gonna say Jermaine Ortiz don't got a name. He got a name, but it ain't a big name, right? My thing is, I just seen motherfuckers not have a name, and everybody will say, "Oh yeah, he ran. He ain't come to fight." I just seen motherfuckers engage, with a name like you. They got their picks and chooses, man.
He didn't got their
picks and chooses.
I'm gonna tell you this, man, and this is what I learned, especially now as I've gotten big on boxing, is that, man, one thing you cannot do is think about it in regular terms because it's a popularity contest.
It is.
You look at Abdul Wahid. I mean, there's nothing about what he's done. You know this, but ain't nothing about what he's done that told you he's a top dude. Nothing. But guess what? Because he knocked a couple Mexicans out and he been on this flat-footed Mexican tour, he's the biggest star in boxing, which is a joke. It's really about who they like, man, because I'm going to tell you this.
About who they like.
If it was about, if you think about it, Devin Haney and T.O. both would be bigger if they were more alike.
Hey, listen to this, y'all. Greenlight put it up. He said Ortiz had 2 more punches than T.O. in regular punches, and I think he said T.O. landed 6 more power punches than Ortiz. So that's what the stats.
And
the hardest contact in the fight was a headbutt. T.O. ain't winning that fight.
Yeah,
bro.
like I said,
you thought it was a draw. You thought it was a draw.
I thought Jermaine won the fight.
Okay, I can respect it. I've been saying I'm not mad if somebody says Jermaine won. If somebody calls it a draw. First time I thought Jermaine won. Then I went back and watched it again. I said it was draw. I just 30 more punches. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have won the fight. I just felt like he should. And what I'm saying is, his style of fighting, he wasn't running. He had a great game plan. I didn't call it.
He had a good game plan, but see, that's what I'll be saying. If that was Shakur in the ring, man, Shakur getting the nod, bro. Shakur getting the nod all day long.
As boring as he is,
I know so. I'm not saying I agree with you on the board, and like I don't really like to watch Shakur fight. But my thing is I feel like if that would have been him in the ring against T.O. doing the same thing that we always see him do. I ain't gonna say always, because with Jamel Herring, he stood there and punched on Jamel Herring. Oscar Valdez, it was a little bit more, it was boring. I feel like he supposed to get Oscar Valdez up out of there. But man, with if that was Shakur in the ring with T.O., they would have gave Shakur the nod. Because he got a name for what? Hit and not get hit. He fencing, going all the way back towards, he hopping back towards the other turnbuckle, running away from his opponent. Like, man, if that was Shakur, he would have got the nod, bro. The fact that it was Jermaine Ortiz, man, we robbed him.
This is what I was say, man.
I agree with what Greenlight said. He lost because the power punches, 6 more power punches, and you can't win against a champion like that.
What I'll say is this: one thing you got to give T.O. and Floyd made this really popular. I think this is where Sugar Shakur seen it, but they both can fight in the pocket and let you get all yours off, and then give it to you in the middle of the ring. Because Shakur is a runner, but he's not your typical he's not necessarily trying to run, but he wanted other than when he fights somebody powerful, he does run. But he wants you to get all yours off so he can beat you to death. And that's that Roberto Duran stuff. Go ahead.
Before we talk about this for too long, because we can go on forever about that situation, I really wanted to get you on here today, BBO, because I seen one of your videos that you posted earlier, and you said that because I really don't watch his channel, and you were speaking on Dante's Boxing Nation, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start tuning in just to see what this guy's talking about. So, what's the background on him?
A guy like Dante's Boxing Nation. Let me start off by saying who he is. He's one of the greatest YouTubers ever. One of the guys that kind of built Black YouTube as we know it, as far as for content creators like me and you. Him, a guy named Boxing Ego. Those guys all kind of come from him. I just think he's kind of lost his way, where now all of a sudden he's on this. I guess he's like a Black Panther or something, where he just don't want to give nobody credit that's not black, and it's sickening to see somebody who was so great for boxing tear down fighters every chance he gets. Like, don't get me wrong, you could not like Ryan or whatever, or any fighter, but if you see a guy like Ryan trying to fight Devin, fought Tank, trying to fight T.O., I'm gonna give him some props, bro, because Duran didn't win all them fights. Duran only won
Duran definitely didn't win all them fights.
Duran only just beat the hell out of Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. Everybody else kicked his ass. But guess what he's known for? For going up there and at least trying. You get credit for trying, man. Definitely. You really do. I don't know why people don't want to do that.
Hold on. Somebody got something playing in the background.
Hold up. Hey, OG, I got to hit y'all back.
Right, okay, thank you. Yeah, and you're right about that. Like I said, I've never paid attention to Dante's Boxing Nation. I do, but the person that I really watch that I got a problem with, I feel like maybe they're the same type of people is what's his name? Southpaw. Is that his name? Southpaw Boxing.
And guess what? I'm gonna tell you how powerful Dante was at one time. The reason we know who Southpaw Boxing is because he used to be getting interviewed. He used to have his, like, you know how Dante's Boxing had those commercials. He came from Dante's Boxing. I think what Southpaw is this. He's one of those corny dudes who I guess he want to be black or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And he just go overboard, man. He go overboard. Talking about people's family, calling people, the B word. You don't never hear PBO talk like that. Never. No. I don't hear CDK talk like that. We don't talk like that, man. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I just really don't like that dude, man. I just don't have no respect for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, when I'm talking boxing. I'm not gonna never involve nobody's families in anything going on. It's strictly boxing with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about whatever you doing, unless it's just something ridiculous outside the ring. I'm not even gonna be. You're not gonna hear me talking about it. And dude, man, he terrible for the sport of boxing. But the thing is, man, you got a lot of cornballs because you got people falling right behind him and agreeing with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it just tell me, man, the world is messed up. Because you got a lot of people that agree with everything that man saying. I just be looking down through the comments, and I just be like, these people are really crazy, man. They really agreeing with this man talking bad and about somebody's family or worrying about where Devin Haney's not from here. He's from the wherever. What difference does it make where a man from? You know what I'm saying? That means he can't be tough because he's from Beverly Hills somewhere. I mean, I don't be understanding what he's talking about. But that's what he be on. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
What's good?
I'll say this, man. I think it's a travesty, man, that
Play no games.
we don't got real men to understand. Hey, man, that's what you want. That's the dream. If I went through it, I want my son to have an easier way to go. You know,
Right.
only
Definitely.
only a coward would say something like that. You know, like that's just like me. I grew up in the projects. That's like me trying to raise my daughter, or Lord swear when I have a son, trying to raise them in the project. Talking about I'm keeping it real. Nigga, stop. You're a failure. If your
It's
kids
crazy,
living like
man.
them, you're a failure, bro. Niggas
Definitely.
don't get that.
Definitely. We 100% with you. And that don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? To even say nothing like that. But, bro, I appreciate you, man. I ain't going to hold you up too long. I got to tend to my son now because he talking about he wants some ice cream and I can't get to it. So, man.
Hey, give my nephew some ice cream. Salute to QQ in the
Man, I love
chat,
you, my
man.
brother, man. I love you, man. Appreciate you all the
I
time.
love you too, brother.
All right.
Hey,
No, peace.
and
Yeah.
let me say this real quick. Never doubt the Asiatic black man, the original man, sent by God, BBO Boxing. Peace to the gods. Peace to my brother CDK. We gone.
Bro, peace. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, man. Everybody, God bless all of y'all.